Journalist Yıldıray Oğur testified to Istanbul prosecutor on Thursday regarding the 2010 publication of documents by the Taraf daily which prompted the launch of a major coup case implicating top military brass, while the daily's former main editors Ahmet, Altan and Yasemin Çongar were also summoned to testify in the case. Oğur, who worked as a managing editor at Taraf at the time, was asked whether he knew the source of the documents. Oğur said he did not know how the documents were provided and that he had not seen them until they were brought to the daily's headquarters. Oğur left the Istanbul Courthouse following his testimony. Taraf journalist Mehmet Baransu, who provided the documents from an unknown source, had submitted them to prosecutors in 2010 after the daily published them. The documents were in digital form on a number of CDs, and purported to reveal coup plans by military officials and their collaborators. Prosecutors launched an investigation and the infamous Balyoz, Sledgehammer, trial started based on these CDs. Suspects in the Balyoz case were sentenced in 2012 to jail sentences of up to 20 years on charges of attempting to overthrow the government. Baransu was arrested on March 2 of this year for releasing classified documents. A day before the arrest order, Baransu's home was searched for 12 hours by the Istanbul police. Baransu told the press that what he did was an act of journalism. Altan, who was editor-in-chief of Taraf when the documents were published, gave an interview to the Cumhuriyet daily after Baransu's arrest, saying, "I am the one who made the call for those documents to be published. Stop questioning the children over it and come to me." Turkey is known for its long history of army-driven coups and military control over civilian governments. The Ergenekon and Balyoz coup plot trials weakened the military power in the country in recent years. However, over the past year, the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, government changed its stance against the army, following the December 17 and December 25, 2013 corruption scandals involving some of its ministers. In recent months, Deputy Prime Minister Yıldıray Oğur has said the two major trials against the military officials were part of a plot against the Turkish Armed Forces, TİSK. The AK party has sought to frame the faith-based Gülen movement, which it accuses of trying to topple the government via the December 17 and December 25 graft probes, for this alleged plot. Turkish courts reject release of journalist for second time. A court in Istanbul on Friday rejected for the second time a plea for the release of Baransu, who has been under arrest since March 2. The lawyers representing Baransu made a plea to the court last week for his release, which was rejected. Serkan Sakal, one of the lawyers representing Baransu, appealed the rejection by the Istanbul Fifth Criminal Court of Peace to a higher court. The higher court declined the appeal, saying no tangible evidence had emerged to end his client's arrest. Sakal, speaking to the Sahan news agency, said, "Our previous plea for his release was also rejected. It is astonishing that the court issued the arrest order with abstract evidence and demanded tangible evidence for the release of my client. This is a sign that this trial is politically motivated. We are going to demand the recusal of the judge." Journalists, politicians, bar associations, and press associations including the Committee to Protect Journalists, CPJ, have called on the court to release Baransu pending trial. The European Union announced on March 6 that it will very closely follow the case of Baransu, asking for an independent and transparent investigation. Baransu has frequently faced prosecution for insulting President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan and government officials as well as releasing documents claimed to violate confidentiality. The journalist has also been detained and released pending trial 4 times over the past year in connection with these accusations. A campaign has been launched on the website change.org where Turkish people express their concern over press freedom issues in the country and demand the release of Baransu as well as other jailed journalists. The Change.org petition addresses the President, Speaker of the Parliament, the Prime Minister, the President of the Supreme Court of Appeals, and the President of the Constitutional Court in Turkey.